workout today, dips in particular. I was gonna do push-ups, but my legs are still sore for push-ups. So, in order to not put strain on my legs while in push-up position, I'm just gonna do dips because my legs can hang low. That's the plan. Um, we did Australian last time, so my biceps, I feel it a little bit in my biceps and back, and my triceps. Even though we did push-ups a day after we did legs, my legs are still in a lot of pain. Whereas my push-up workout, I'm almost fully recovered. So still feel a little tension in my tricep and chest, but that's okay. We can muster up the energy for another push day. Um, Yesterday Kim was moving. The camera girl you guys saw in my push-up video. I think it was push-up video or legs video. Yeah, it was push-up video. So I was helping her move. That's why there was no stream. But everything's going good. Everything is on schedule. Besides that, for dips, what's our goal? I was able to do 30 dips before in one set or 40, something like that. So let's go for 40, 10, 10. Let's do the same thing we did for push-ups. So for push-ups, we did 100 and then, or Australian pull-ups, we did 100 and we ended up doing 150 and then we ended up doing 200. So in order not to set our expectations too high, let's go for 100 dips. And after we hit 100 dips, we'll go for 150, and then we'll go for 200 if we have the time and ability. So that's the plan. Also bought a green screen for my videos, so now maybe my background will be a little bit more professional. Not that anybody cared except for me, but hey, it's fun. It gave me more variety in doing stuff. So it rained hard today. I thought today's stream was gonna be inside because of the rain, but it died down. So hopefully it doesn't restart. We get our full 1 hour in this rainy post-rain weather. Streets are still wet. I think it's gonna be okay. My dishwasher broke, so I'm gonna be installing a new one today. Not much to it. What else do you guys want to know about? Hey, what's up, Isaias? Hey, Hassan, doing good. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I'll do some dips shirtless, yeah. Fan Hoyong. Is that how you say it? What's up, Igno? Have you been cutting your alcohol, Igno? Hey, what's up, Paul? Press the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm a little bit. I hate that word algorithm so much. What I meant to say is when you press like, YouTube is more likely to recommend this video to others because it shows engagement. People refer to algorithm as if it's some kind of god, some kind of thing you manipulate into. Okay, I did not mean to phrase it that way. But yeah, they refer to it as some magical force out there that you need to get the favor of. And it's really just all it does is it measures interest in a particular video. And then if there's high interest and high retention rate, people actually like what they're watching, it recommends it to others. But it's so much better to think of it as just gauging and measuring interest rather than calling it the algorithm and thinking it's some magical force. Were you serious? Where you said that video that ethanol is just poison? Is it really? Yeah, I mean, look it up. It's a carcinogen. So alcohol is a carcinogen. It's actually literally causes cancer. It's not even about me being right. You can like this is not a matter of debate. This is not a matter of opinion. This is like scientifically backed studies. It's a toxin for your body. It's just what it is. Saw your last video and would like to know the reason why you made the decision. I respect you and admire you a lot for what you did in fitness. I talked a lot about my decision in my video called The Gear Project. So check that one out and you'll know my decision. I don't know if you just watched the short video and that's what you're referring to, or if you actually watched the full Gear Project video, because in the Gear Project video it's 24 minutes long. I talk about my reasons for starting and all that stuff. Um, I've come for the roid rage. That's funny. My irritability is a little bit higher than usual, but not by a lot. Maybe by 2 points. I'd say I'm 2 points on a scale from 1 to 10. I've gone up 2 points on irritability, but generally, I'm an extremely chill, most patient person. If you were to rate my patience on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd be like a 9 on how patient I am. So from dropping from a 9 to a 7, it's still like it doesn't push me over the edge to get angry or snap at people. So I'm still fine, but on the inside, I feel a little bit more irritated when people are or when things are an obstacle in my way to get something done that I want to get done and an obstacle pops up, I feel slightly more irritated than I used to. That's about it. So it's not like a game changer. People who already have a short temper and not a lot of patience to begin with, I think for them the effects of hopping on testosterone would be way higher because for them going from a number 3 patience to a number 1 patience means they're snapping at everything, you know. For them losing 2 points is a matter of how well they function in life. So I guess it depends where you start on your baseline. Paul, have you explored Islam? Just curious because you have mentioned it religion before. I don't know if you call it explored. I read the Quran. I read the Hadith. I don't know if that's called exploring. I watched some debates on it. I am not a. I don't like the religion. Would never be a Muslim. So that's about it. I haven't studied like Islamic apologetics, if that's what you're asking. Except for the debates I saw and the people that are defending it. I forget all the names. I'm not good with Arabic names, so I forget a lot of them of the people I watched, what their names are. But yeah, I've explored it a bit, but I'm not a fan. You're not gonna get any roid rage from Polly's universally chill. Thank you. Hola, Shaflan. All right, we're gonna do dips today. I'm gonna hop straight to it. So we're gonna do the same approach as we did for our Australian pull-ups. Those crickets are so loud. I hope they don't bother you too much. We're gonna go for 100, and then if we still have time, we'll go for 150, and then if we still have time, we'll go for 200, but 100 minimum today. That's the goal. That's our starting goal. Hopefully the battery lasts me because I forgot to charge my phone for the workout. Not that I forgot, I was just busy doing stuff and did not make it a priority. Let's put it that way. Why not take EPO? What's EPO? I have no idea what EPO is. Anybody want to enlighten me on what EPO is? What didn't appeal to me about Islam? Lots of things. First is it's all written by one guy, Muhammad. I mean, not written by him, but through oral tradition or whatever. But the whole thing is just from one guy. who saw an angel and fell before him and translated basically passed that on to everybody else. There were no witnesses of him seeing God. It was just him alone. It was very his experience of God is very close to what is described in epileptic attack. He married a 9-year-old girl and thought it was okay to marry underage girls in general or to have many wives, which I'm not opposed to many wives if all the wives and the husbands are consenting adults who are into that. But the problem with Islam is they generally treat women like objects, historically at least. Not talking about the actual, I don't know any verses to quote to you, but women are a tier below men, and I don't like that either. Um, yeah, marriage to children is not cool. Um, the whole idea of jihad, I don't like either, especially when basically you have uh, a sanctioning by the prophet to be able to use your sword to bring people into your religion. I'm not cool with that. I am all for freedom of speech, freedom of beliefs, freedom of religion, freedom of everything. But that freedom needs to extend to everybody else. You can't force anybody else to believe what you want them to believe. That's where I'm at with that, and that's why I'm not a big fan. And you're gonna tell me, well, Paul, you didn't do enough research. You should read these other historians. These are misconceptions. Well, I'll tell you what. I read enough to know that maybe you should read a little bit more historians that are a little bit more unbiased, because the historical consensus on what actually happened is pretty universally accepted by critical scholars. All right. Um, did you get more renters in the house? No, I've just got one renter right now. I might be getting a second one in a few days, actually. It makes it maxes out your endurance like Lance Armstrong. What does? Oh, EPO? I don't even know what EPO is. Can you tell me what it is? It's what Lance Armstrong took to help with rent. Like, give me the actual name of the compound. The very thing that you have to explain it is insane. The fact that you have to explain what is all. All right, let's go, guys. It's not insane. Most people are born into their religion, and they see the good side of it. Like, if you have good parents and you have good siblings, and all the people practicing Islam in your community are good like people that you look up to, that you think well of. Of course, you're gonna think well of Islam because you're gonna associate Islam to all these good people that you know who also are Muslim. And so you're going to say, oh, look at all these Muslims who are amazing people. My parents are amazing people. My brothers and sisters are amazing people. Why would you speak evil about this religion or speak badly about this religion when every person I know from this religion is great? But just because the people are great doesn't mean that the religion best supports that kind of lifestyle. So you can believe anything and be a great person. You can be an atheist, a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist. Your belief system doesn't always dictate if you're a good or bad person. You can have the best belief system and be the worst person ever, and everybody would call you a hypocrite. Or you can have the worst belief system ever and still be an amazing person because deep inside you know what it is to be a good person. So it's important not to equate the people you know of a certain faith with the actual practice of the faith or the history behind the faith. Anyway, this is not a religious channel, but let's go and get started. I did minor in religious studies and Abrahamic religions in the University of California, Davis. So I did have to study this in college. Guns out, cops out. All right, boys, let's go. Alright, guys. My chest is still incredibly sore from the push-up day. I didn't realize it until I started actually doing the push-ups. So, in order to rehab our chest and triceps, we're gonna go into doing elevated elevated grip push-ups with slow range of movement. Slow movement up and down, eccentric, concentric movements under tension, just to get the blood flowing to the muscle groups so they can recover well. We're still going for the same numbers between 100 and 200. Because of how sore I am, I don't want to overdo it and then not be able to use my chest or triceps for 5 days like I couldn't with my legs by overdoing it. So that's the plan now. What is your channel about religious discussions? I forget. It's called My Fortress. It's in the description below, but I haven't posted there in a while, so I don't know how helpful it's gonna be for you. Also, there was a good comment that my last video on Ayn Rand, he basically told me why I was wrong, and it was pretty good comment, so I need to take that video down. I definitely could have made it better. Like, could have thought it through better before posting it. All right, so we're 10 in. I'm gonna count those dips towards this exercise because it's pretty much similar muscle groups. All right, I'm gonna stress my triceps a little more than my chest because my chest is killing me. So these are gonna be focused more on the triceps than the chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. All right, short break. I'll answer the comment. There's a long comment that came through. So we are 30 in, so I think we're for sure gonna hit 200 today. My Russian channel is called Krepas Fitness. One man can't form the Quran. Well, it was dictated by one man, Muhammad, right? So everything that's written in the Quran is Muhammad. Although, yeah, the people that transcribed it, the people that recorded it, were many different people, but they're all supposed to be the words of one prophet, Muhammad. Peace be upon him. Do I miss Russia? Not really. I'd want to go visit, but I can't during the war because I'm still a Russian citizen, so they'll send me to the front lines. The last thing I want to do is go to war. Yeah, if you put Krepast Fitness, KREPOSC Fitness into Google Translate and translate it to Russian, and then search it, it should come up. But yeah, you have to write it with Russian letters for it to come up. Here we go. All right, so we're at 30 push-ups in. All right, we're at 50. Hey, Waylon. Krepost. That's how you spell it. Krepost. All right, we're 50 down, 150 to go. It's gonna be a tough round, ladies and gentlemen. Very tough round. Is my Russian channel not linked in my description? If it's not, I'll add it in there on future videos. I thought it was in there. I don't post anything on the Russian channel currently. Although my Russian following is way more active. So when I do post, I get like double, triple the amount of comments on the Russian channel than I do on American. But oh well, I'm an English speaker mostly. I live in America, so I figured I'll just try the English channel for now for a little bit. I wish, when I started testosterone, I was really hoping my recovery would get so much better, but it didn't. Not yet, at least. This really sucks. I was hoping I'd recover quicker so I could get to work out more, but gonna have to wait for that, I guess. Ugh. 70. All right, I'll include a link to my Russian channel on all future videos. It'll be in the description. I can't do it now while I'm streaming, but I will. I'll add it to this video too as soon as the stream's done. Interesting about steroids, someone can take a similar dose, but their sensitivity to it is more important. That should be studied. Yeah, for sure. Everybody reacts differently to substances, which is why in all my videos I say do not take any substances without supervision of a licensed or professional physician or licensed physician. Because you never know, and you need to watch your blood work closely and all that other stuff. I'm never getting as big as Brock Lesnar, Andre. Thanks for joining, broski. I'm at 70 push-ups. We're getting to 200 today. Brock Lesnar is huge. I don't want to be that big. Like, I want to have good cardio. And I don't want to be huge. I just want to be strong. Can I increase my push-ups? I'm stuck at 15 reps, 3 sets. Now, I'm strong enough or not? How often are you doing your push-ups, Con? Once a week, twice a week? And how long have you been stuck at 15? Several months, longer? There's a few methods, but it depends how long you've been stuck there and how often you do them. Depending on that, I can give you a daily except Sunday. Take a couple days off and try again. Like take 2 days off and then try your push-ups so your body has a little bit longer to recover. You might beat your PR and hit 16 because your body does exhaust itself if you do them every day. Sometimes all you need to do is just take a little rest, you know? All right, let's go. It's only been 1 week since I started class. We'll see how things happen after uh, how things look after 5 weeks. Because my levels should reach basically a flat line or close to it, a stabilized level in my bloodstream by 5 weeks. It's week 1, so we got 4 more weeks to go to really see how it affects me. For now, not much changes except slightly heightened irritability and slightly heightened motivation and drive to get stuff done. So that's been a very positive change. It might be placebo, and even if it is placebo, I don't care because I like it. Like I like the ability to wake up early in the morning and want to get stuff done. Like that's such a good feeling. That's the exact feeling I was talking about in my last year project video that everybody was saying, "Oh, it's not gonna give you that feeling." Well, placebo or not, that's the feeling I have. Ugh. 90. I'm not getting sore from 300 push-ups, not feeling it. I grabbed some dumbbells today out of frustration. You do extremely high repetition workouts, Waylon. Your burpee workouts were insane. I think your body's built up enough. You might have really good genetics for cardio or like endurance type training, but also you've been doing endurance type training, so it takes a while to burn your muscles out. You can always add weight if it gets too easy. You can always increase your reps per set to make it harder. You can always time your repetitions so that they're 3-second repetitions. Second and a half down, second and a half up, second and a half down, second and a half up. That's going to increase your muscle time under tension without rest breaks in the bottom or top position. That should also increase fatigue and how you feel it. There's lots of different ways to make it harder. You can make it 5 seconds, 2.5 seconds up, 2.5 seconds down. Again, 2.5 seconds up, 2.5 seconds down. Repeat that for the same amount of repetitions. The slow nature of them is going to increase your time under tension on the muscle group and increase fatigue. That, adding weight, or increasing repetitions per set should all get the trick done. Yeah, 7 increases speed. Trying to beat the clock is brutal. Oh, there we go. Yeah, increasing speed is another one. You don't have to see, the thing is also people equate muscle soreness with muscle breakdown and growth. That is not the case at all. Studies have shown there's no correlation between delayed onset muscle soreness and muscle growth and muscle tears and repairs. So just because you're not getting sore does not mean you're progressing. Does not mean your muscles aren't growing. Does not mean you're not getting stronger. That actually means your body has become so efficient at metabolizing the broken down muscle fibers or emptying lactic acid from your muscle that it does not cause soreness. And that's an amazing thing. So you can still build strength, get stronger, get better, build bigger muscles without getting sore if you've reached that level. That's actually a phenomenal level to be at. So don't chase the feeling of being sore. It's a great feeling. Measure everything by progressive overload, setting new PRs, beating your time, all those things, because soreness is absolutely not necessary, not required. There's no correlation between muscle soreness and muscle growth. So there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That means your body has become extremely efficient at clearing out the lactic acid from your muscles. And the buildup of lactic acid for a long time is what was believed to cause the soreness. I don't know what they're saying it is now, but that's a really good thing. That means you have a really good muscle metabolism system where your body is able to get rid of the waste product without causing too much inflammation or soreness, which is amazing. Like that's the perfect place everybody wants to be. I don't know if they want to be there, but that's where you should want to be. I used to do weighted vests, bear crawls, beats, crab walks. It's very taxing as well. Oh yeah, those are like football drills. Those are extremely highly athletically taxing. Those are awesome. Yeah, you don't need soreness to progress. You don't need soreness to grow muscles. You don't need soreness to get stronger. So don't judge things based off soreness. Judge things based off of progression. That's definitely the way to go. I was actually pretty shocked when I was reading those studies and learned that those do not correlate. That was a pretty shocking thing to learn. All right, guys. We are at 90. We have 110 to go. Let's keep going. My muscles look fuller, don't they? The water retention is doing his job. I also been eating crazy calories. Last 2 days, I ate 3,800 calories, 3,600 calories, whereas usually I would eat about 1,800 to 2,000. So I almost doubled my calorie intake. But starting today, I'm cutting because last thing I want to do is get fat bloated. And then that increases aromatization, which is going to result in higher estrogen. The more fat I have, the more estrogen I'll have, and the more side effects I'll have. So I definitely need to limit my total calorie intake while making sure I'm hitting at least 200 grams of protein per day, which so far is going good. Today's my first cutting, quote unquote, cutting day where I'm going to reach my 200 grams of protein for the day, but not hit 3,000. Yeah, go under 3,000 calories for the day. When I was young, I thought Ronnie was natural, and I thought that if I train like that every day, I'll be as strong as him. Yeah, we all had our own thoughts about different people. Let's go. All right. Eat more organ meats, more vitamins, meats protein, and affordable. I actually hate the taste of protein meat. I know it's way better for you and it has way more good stuff for you, but I can't stand the taste of it. What the more fat store cause estrogen? Yeah, the more fat you have, the more estrogen you're gonna have. Guaranteed. Aromatization of the conversion of testosterone to estrogen in your body happens inside your fat cells. So yeah, the more fat you have, the more estrogen you're gonna have. Yes, I'm currently on a diet. Chaflan. I post my diet stuff on Discord and Instagram if you want to check that out. Also, I'll go into a little bit more detail on that in my next video, which is getting published either tomorrow or Sunday. Probably Sunday, because I need to film a couple more things before tomorrow. And then Sunday, I'm gonna do a recap video of this whole week because on Saturday is gonna be a full 7 days, a full week of me being on steroids essentially, and Sunday I'll review that whole week. 30, 120. Oh, that feels good. That feels so good. I love pushing myself. Actually found out about Fortress years ago. He mentioned he played RuneScape, so it stuck in my head, which was fun back then. Yeah, I did used to play RuneScape. My diet right now has been, ever since I hopped on test, I've been aiming for 3,000 calories a day. The first 2 days of hitting 3,000 calories was very difficult. Now, my hunger is through the roof. I almost hit 4,000 calories yesterday on accident. I only found out at the end of the day when I counted up my calories for the entire day, and I was like, shoot, I need to go on a cut. I'm gonna get fat eating like this. So as of today, I'm gonna aim for 2,500 today. And then starting tomorrow, I'm gonna try not to go over 3,000 per day while hitting 200 grams of protein per day. So that's the plan. High protein, lower calorie meals are better on your insulin as well. They increase insulin sensitivity. And in my family, my dad has diabetes, and diabetes runs in my family. Nobody runs in your family, but diabetes runs in my family. But so insulin resistance is definitely a danger somewhere down the road for me. So if I can increase insulin sensitivity, that would be perfect for my overall well-being and health going forward. So I'm gonna try to cut out sugar as much as I can, or empty carbs, or carbs that just don't come with any protein at all. And yeah, that's the plan. My sister's doing pretty good. She had a kid, so she's back to working out. She's doing very well. She's back to getting strong again. All right, we are at 120. We have 80 to go, and we have 20 minutes left. That's very doable. 80 and 20 minutes. That's very doable. That's 4 sets of 20 in 20 minutes. We could do that. That'll put us at 200, and that'll be my workout for today. I'll be happy with that. Enough talking. Let's get the sets in, guys. Also, I know you probably already know this, but you are 100% welcome and invited. You are now officially invited to do your workouts alongside me as you're watching the video. You see me doing 200 push-ups, you do 200 push-ups. You see me doing 100 pull-ups, you do 100 pull-ups. Do them at my pace. If it gets too hard, you can make them easier. So like instead of doing it on a bar the way I'm doing them, you start doing them against the wall or off your knees, stuff like that. No, my sister lives about 2,000 miles away from me. He probably is about 3,000 kilometers away, I think. I don't know what the conversion rate there is. 3,500 kilometers away, something like that. You're eating the Cheetos right now. Alrighty. Let's get this party started. Gotta do 80 more. Uh, 140, 60 to go. 60 to go. Привет, спасибо, Синкара. Track your sleep. Also try to cortisol levels. I am tracking my sleep. I am not tracking my cortisol levels because I don't know how, other than doing blood work often. But I'm doing blood work every 6. I'm doing blood work every 5 weeks. So there's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 5 more blood works done in the future. You saw my previous one, blood work before I started. There's gonna be one done in 1 month, and then after that, every 5 weeks, and then 5 weeks after I am back off of post cycle therapy. So sorry to hear about your toenail, Igno. Hope it gets better. I'm tracking overall my stress is a very good one to measure how stressed I feel on the daily. Thank you. That's a good recommendation. I'm gonna start tracking my stress levels, just subjective stress levels and how stressed I feel that day. I think that would be good. Just subjective stress level, 1 to 10 rating every day. That's a great recommendation. Thank you for that. I'm gonna introduce that into all my future daily assessments. Right now, I'm tracking hair loss, acne, overall body heat and temperature, sleep quality, sleep duration, um, weight gain, blood pressure, stuff like that. So she didn't move in with me. She's getting an apartment closer because we used to live 3.5 hours apart from each other. So now she's gonna be living much closer to me. Do you feel more anxious on gear? I do not feel anxious at all. I feel more irritable. Oh, that's another thing is irritation levels I'm measuring. Motivation and drive I'm measuring every day. There's a lot of factors. All of that is coming in my next video. I'm gonna go over the last 7 days, how much that has changed or affected me, libido, all that stuff. So I feel stress and sleep with some impact on muscle growth and fat gain. 100%. Yeah, I hear the same. Ты самый крутой, топ и дальше. Жаль, что не могу быть на стримах регулярно. Сергей, спасибо, что присоединяешься. Сергей Минин. Был один Сергей Минин, турникмен. Да, нет? Или я неправильное имя вспоминаю? Сергей. Его вроде звали Сергей Минин. Он в Украине вроде жил. Точно не помню. I'm tracking libido, for sure. I'm tracking a lot of things. There's like 20 different measurements I'm tracking every day. And so at the end of every 7 days since January 3rd, I'm gonna be posting a video. Точно не ты. Спасибо, что присоединился. Мы сегодня делаем 200 отжиманий за час. У меня мышцы болят с предыдущего дня, когда мы отжимания делали, поэтому я сегодня себя сильно не толкаю. Ну, делаем 200. Посмотрим, как все выйдет. Еще осталось 60 штук сделать. Let's go, guys. 60 more to go. Mm, mm. Two more. One more. Ugh. 160. 40 to go. Ah. Well, my back was gonna cramp up. Every set to failure, something like that. Uh, Druk. Druk is a friend, you know? Boroться is wrestle. Yeah, it's like fight. That last set put so much tension in my neck. The struggle part is hardest physically and mentally, but very important for gains. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you never struggle, what even is your workout? All right, we got 40 to go. We got 12 minutes left. We got this, boys. Boys and girls. The only three girls watching me are four girls. Sashara, Kim, Barb, and Andrea. I think those are the only four I've seen on my channel that were somewhat regular. What's up, Wild? Rabota is work. Yep. Как раскачать такие огромные руки? Я всю жизнь пытаюсь, растет все, кроме рук. Все зависит от формы выполнения упражнения, Сергей. Очень многое зависит от того, как ты выполняешь упражнение. Если при подтягивании ты концентрируешься не на то, чтобы приводить локти к спине, не думай вообще о том, что приводить локти к спине, концентрируйся на том, чтобы приводить кисти рук к плечу. То есть при подтягивании вся концентрация идет на том, чтобы подтянуть кисть руки к плечу при подтягивании. Тогда ты намного больше почувствуешь напряжение именно в бицепсе, а не в спине. Когда у тебя концентрация идет на то, чтобы притянуть локоть в спине, вот такое движение, то все, вся напряжка, натяжка, нагрузка идет на спину, не на руки. Поэтому очень многое зависит именно от того, как ты выполняешь упражнение, на что концентрируешься. Потому что одно и то же упражнение может тренировать разные мышцы. Зависит от того, как ты в мозгах, какие мышцы напрягаешь и на что концентрируешься. Поэтому при подтягиваниях концентрируешься приносить кисть к плечу. В отжиманиях локоть уходит назад, да, не в бок. Когда в бок уходит, больше идет нагрузки на грудь. Локоть уходит назад, прям параллельно спине, и потом вверх. Вот такое движение. Больше на трицепс пойдет. Когда вот так делаешь, больше на грудь идет. Ну и там разные нюансы тоже есть. Это надо смотреть на твою форму и корректировать немного, чтобы больше напряжения шло на руки. Тогда у тебя именно руки будут болеть после тренировок. Следующие несколько дней у тебя просто будет руки не будешь чувствовать. И именно это ты и хочешь. Потому что если только чувствуешь в спине или там в прессе, или в груди, то тогда у тебя руки и не накачаются, потому что у тебя вся нагрузка уходит в другие мышцы. Hey, did you see Devin Larratt will lose Vitaly Lalitin? I don't really follow arm wrestling. I know who they are, but I don't really follow. Uh, no, none of you guys are weirdos. Thank you for joining. С отжиманиями также бриллиантовые. Да локоть вдоль тела больше трицепс задействует. Да. Даже при бриллиантовых ты можешь нагрузку делать на грудь. Тоже многое зависит от того, как ты именно их делаешь и как ты напрягаешь мышцы, на чем концентрация. Потому что я видел людей, которые делают бриллиантовые, у них локти тоже уходят. А у них, короче, в конце бриллиантов просто они в груди все чувствуют, вообще в руках ничего не чувствуют. То есть многое зависит от того, как плечо тоже двигается при отжимании. Потому что если ты концентрируешься на том, чтобы плечо назад уходило в низкой позиции, и потом в верхней позиции ты плечи вот из этой позиции выводишь вперед, вот в эту позицию, в низкой у тебя открывается грудь, в верхней позиции она у тебя сводится, то эта нагрузка идет на грудь. Если у тебя же плечи всегда впереди вот так стоят, при отжимании у тебя плечи всегда впереди, ты их назад никогда не уводишь. Если при отжимании у тебя вот такое движение внизу вверху происходит, где у тебя плечи уходят назад и вперед, у тебя больше нагрузка пойдет на грудь. Если они у тебя всегда замкнутые вот в это положении, и ты делаешь отжимания, и у тебя всегда плечи вот в этом положении, то у тебя все будет уходить на трицепс. Если ты делаешь вот так, грудь качаешь, грудь качаешь. Если вот так делаешь, трицепс качаешь. Поэтому очень много от формы зависит. Одно и то же упражнение, одно и то же движение, одинаково руки стоят. Вот движение плечей будет зависеть, какую мышцу качаешь. All right, guys, let's go. 40 more. I was explaining the difference between working out your chest versus working out your triceps in push-up position because same exact form, same exact hand placement, same exact push-up going up and down can either work out your tricep or your chest depending on your shoulder movement during your push-up movement down and up. If your shoulder blades are retracting in the bottom position and protracting in the up position, you're going to target your chest. If your shoulders are locked in this position and only your arms are moving and your shoulders never move back and forth, you're targeting your triceps. The movement is the same, the push-up is the same, range of motion is the same, but that's the difference between targeting your chest or triceps just from your shoulder placement position. Let's go, guys. 40 more. Ah. Ah. One more. Ah. 20. 20 to go. Но ты сейчас скорее работаешь на трицепс или уже сил нет выжимать на грудные? В основном сейчас на трицепс идет. Тут не то, что сил нету, тут у меня просто мышцы болят, грудная клетка очень болит с отжиманий, которые я делал в другой день. Поэтому я стараюсь ее не перенапрягать. Сейчас в основном делаю на трицепс. Why didn't you make a video about that? I might make a video about that in the future. Maybe I'll just clip it from the stream and post it. Мне кажется, что руки лучше с гантелями качать или любые другие сокращения для сгибаний и разгибаний. А, с помощью гантелей можно изолировать мышцы разные, поэтому если ты хочешь только руки качать, чтобы это было максимально легко, что не надо там концентрироваться сильно на форму или еще на что-то, то да, легче гантелями. Но если ты занимаешься только своим телом, как я, то тогда надо уже знать, как правильный подход иметь, чтобы именно руки накачать. Но я вот руки себе накачал без всяких гантель, поэтому без гантель накачаться 100% можно. Спасибо, Сергей, пожалуйста. I might do a video on it in the future. I got 20 more to go, and I've got 2 minutes left, so. All right, let's go. Паша, а ты перетрия не чувствуешь, когда каждый день вот кажется такой объем? Сильно не чувствую, если честно. Чувствую, конечно, но я одни и те же мышцы, группы не делаю мышц. Например, я качаю ноги раз в неделю, отжимания 2 раза в неделю, подтягивания 1 или 2 раза в неделю. То есть, когда я делаю одни отжимания или одни упражнения, другие мышцы у меня отдыхают, поэтому сильно не чувствую. Я сейчас занимаюсь 5 дней в неделю, не 7, поэтому у меня еще сверх того, что я разбиваю по разным группам мышц, у меня еще и отдых есть 2 дня в неделю. All right, guys, let's go. I got last 20. We're at 180. I got to hit 200. Uh, 9 more. I'm going to be a little bit over an hour, but I'll get it done. Let's go. 9 more. We'll get it done. Five more. Let's go. We got this. 5 more. Hit 200. Five more. 5 more. Let's go. Let's go. 5 more. 5 more. Let's go. Let's go. One more. Done. Ladies and gentlemen, workout complete. Я чувствую перетрясение именно психически, разбитость, что не могу с утра встать, и на работе тяжело думать, плохо засыпаю. Синкара, это происходит, когда у тебя перенагрузка на центральную нервную систему идет. Первое время это всегда будет там. Я не знаю, как давно ты начал заниматься, но первый месяц 2, даже 3 тренировок идет сильная перегрузка на центральную нервную систему. Примерно через 3 месяца это все уходит, тело приспосабливается, и ты себя чувствуешь нормально и на работе, и на тренировках. Но первые 3 месяца- это просто жесть. Себя будешь чувствовать полуубитым постоянно, когда начинаешь тренироваться. Поэтому я тебе сочувствую, и, да, это действительно такая вещь есть. Я не знаю, как давно ты тренируешься, но первое время у тебя так и будет. Yeah, I am training the same way. Right now, my body is recovering just as badly as before, so I haven't had any changes. Also, I'm not taking like tren or anything. If I was training on trenbolone, my recovery speed would be like 2 or 3 times the amount. So, but again, I'm not taking those heavy anabolics. I'm just on testosterone. So after about 5 weeks, my recovery should increase and be better. But we're not there yet, so we don't know yet. My legs have been sore for 5 days, so yeah, that's the thing. Um, 1 arm pull up. I'll try, but I don't think that's the thing. I'll try, but like literally, I think you are overly optimistic about my abilities over here, Ignol. Way overly optimistic. I'll try it though, for shits and giggles. Gotta wipe it off. It's wet in the rain. Nope, I can't even hang. I can't even hang. Pretty freaking terrible. We'll get there. We'll get there. 6 months. 6 months, boys and girls. Мне 31 год. Спасибо всем, кто присоединились. Наши тренировки конец. Мы сделали 200 отжиманий. We did 200 push-ups. Our workout has come to an end. Thanks y'all for joining. God bless you all. Body, mind, soul, spirit forces you today. There's going to be a new stream tomorrow. There's going to be a new video talking about my gear progress and everything else in 2 days on Sunday. Call out blessings and salutations.